This is the story of Zeke Draker, the so-called failure born into a legendary Dragonslayer family who couldn't even awaken a spark of aura. Branded useless, he was exiled, cast into the snow, and left to die beneath all that hollow noble blood pride. But after a bloody death chasing a stolen relic, he suddenly pops back up in his own past. And now he is powered by a mysterious system and a second chance. This time, he won't bow his head. He'll crush every bully and bastard who ever looked down on him. Zeke wakes up and immediately knows something is wrong because his body feels too small and too light. Soon he realizes that he has gone back in time. He stumbles out of bed and drags himself toward a mirror, and when he looks into it, he finds a child's face staring back at him. He falls back under the bed, his heart pounding, and finally looks around the room. The furniture, the walls, the faint smell of polished wood. All of it is painfully familiar. He realizes where he is. This is the Cradle, the private training institution created for the children of the Draker household, a place meant to raise monsters worthy of the family name. The Draker family is legendary, known across the continent as Dragonslayers and counted among the 3 great transcendent households. Their founder, Terrakon Draker, became a hero 1,000 years ago when he slew the evil dragon Bahamut during the Great War and saved the continent from destruction. From that moment on, the Draker name became synonymous with power, and his descendants built the household that still rules today. A blessing run through their bloodline. Every member of the Draker family awakens aura with ease, gaining access to powerful energy that allows them to become elite knights. It is said that this blessing comes from their ancestors' victory over the dragon, and for generations, it has never failed. Except for Zeke. He lies there, trying to piece everything together, when a cold, mechanical voice suddenly speaks inside his mind and announces that the administration system is restarting. Zeke jolts upright, panic flashing through him, as he wonders if his mind has finally broken. The voice continues without pause, stating that his soul has been detected, that its alignment is complete, and that the soul of the chosen awakener has received the will of the elder dragon and merged with it entirely. The words leave him stunned, and before he can react, the system informs him that he has gained partial authority over it, welcomes him, and activates the main status window. Glowing, transparent panels appear in the air before his eyes, floating as if they belong there, and Zeke stares at them in disbelief as they move like living images. For a moment, he thinks that some hidden artifact must have awakened inside him because nothing else makes sense. The main window displays his information. His name reads Zeke Draker, his status lists him as a low-rank administrator, and his designated class is shown as healer, marked as rare. Beneath that, the title appears, the one who received the blessing of the ancient dragon. Further down, his abilities are divided into class skills, normal skills, and a single draconian skill. Zeke reaches out with care and passes his hand through the floating screen, quickly understanding that it responds to his movements and allows him to shift through its sections with simple motions. His attention settles on the class skills list, where 4 abilities are displayed: healing, composed mind, vigor recovery, and heightened senses. And seeing those familiar words stirs memories from his past. Long ago, his master explained that people were divided into classes based on their natural talent, and each class trained skills suited to that role. A healer's core skill was always healing, because their purpose was to mend and preserve life. In his previous life, once Zeke finally awakened, his master trained him without mercy, driving him to the edge of death again and again to force that power to grow. According to the system, he is already a healer now, and the thought makes his chest tighten. In his past life, he did not awaken as a healer until his 20s, after his ether hall was unlocked through years of pain and effort. Wanting proof, he carefully guides a faint flow of energy through his body, and relief washes over him when he feels it respond instantly. Because his ether hall is already open in this younger body, he knows his old body is gone, and he has returned to the past. But the good news is that his memories and experience are intact, and compared to the life he lived before, this starting point is far better. If he is going to survive this second chance, he needs to understand everything the system offers him. Before he can continue examining the status window, a sharp knock sounds at the door, and a voice from outside calls for Master Zeke and asks if it may enter. Panic flickers through him as the voice tells him to stop pretending he is not inside. Zeke hesitates, unsure how to make the floating windows disappear, and before he can answer, the door opens and a man steps inside. The man is his personal butler, his exclusive servant from childhood, and his name is Decker. He looks displeased as he demands to know why Zeke is not ready yet and asks what his young master has been wasting time on. Zeke moves his hand through the air in a hurry and notices that Decker does not react at all, making it clear that the status window is invisible to him. Trying to sound calm, Zeke asks what he is supposed to be preparing for. Decker asks if his master is truly asking such a question. Zeke trembles because even now, the fear from his childhood is still carved into his instincts. No matter how old his mind is, this body remembers being afraid of Decker. While his hands shake, the system activates on its own, and the skill-composed mind takes effect, making the fear disappear as if nothing had happened. This sudden change leaves him quietly amazed by how naturally the skill works. Decker reminds him that he has already explained how important today's event is, and snaps at him for not paying attention. Zeke looks at him properly and answers that he is listening now, then names the event aloud. It is the evaluation test, pancreation.
And that's all for today. If you'd like us to continue this manhwa, leave a comment and please subscribe to the channel to support us. We'll see you in the next video.